Hello everybody. Oh, my hair looks awful. Hello everybody, and welcome. Fuck. Sorry for swearing. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are. Let's see. I'll leave this gate open. Well, I'm gonna have to leave it open. I need to come through there anyway. But there's cows. There's cows there. Hopefully there won't be any problem. But today we're not actually silaging for once, so we currently have about 50 something acres left. The first cut is ready to cut, but it's given a bit showery today. Tomorrow, Thursday, it's given. Well, I think Thursday's going to be quite bad. So ideally, what I need to be doing is get some fertiliser on and get some slurry on. Not going to have enough time to put any slurry on. Not going to lie to you. But I'm in no rush to do that. But we need to start by taking the mower off. Dirty water tank down there is full, so we need to go and pump the water out of that into the slurry pit. So we need to take the mower off and put the tanker on. That's first job. Spin round, you'll be able to see me a bit better. Yeah, so first job, take this off, take this mower off, put the slurry tanker on the 390T. Still got gearbox problem, not have fixed it yet. But it'll be fine. It's still only, all it is stuck in medium box, so it's not the end of the world. But put the tanker on, pump dirty water, and then take the tanker back off. Yesterday was the day that we drilled the grass seed. Now, if I got enough time, I'd roll the entire lot, all 43 acre, whatever there is there. I haven't got enough time to do that. Because really, I want to be putting fertiliser on, but I need to roll that seed in. So, enough of me waffling on, because I need to actually, multitask, William, come on. That's me just talking to myself. Not really got any new lot, just me. Got to learn to multitask as a dairy farmer. But let's get this mower taken out first. Put tanker on, then go from tanker to roller. To hopefully by the end of today we'll have the fertiliser spreader sat on this, so that we can get some fertiliser on. So there's actually 3 of us on the farm. There's my dad and my brother, but they're both stacking bales that were baled yesterday. So there's 220 odd bales of them to stack. So they've got their own work cut out stacking that. So I just need to crack on and get this job done. Well, one of 3 jobs. RBC tub, just making its way down. Really watch where I'm going.
The independent monitoring board says leaders are developing strong relationships though with local employers to prepare the men for work. Children at a school in Nottinghamshire have been...
Right, so that's all the mower uncoupled. Going up the slurry tanker on now. A bit dusty around the back end, but it's just the fact that all the grass had gone to seed. The dusty stuff. Right, so that's all the tanker coupled up. We're going to pump some dirty water now. Load on, it's full, so got one load out of there. Probably not going to empty him all the way, just because I'm a little bit pushed for time today, but that's first load on. So we're just pumping it into the slurry pit now. You can see there. Where are we? There. The side tube's dropping, as you can see. It's always a nice sign. The slurry pit's about half full at the minute. So we pumped a lot out a couple of weeks ago. Covered some ground that we silaged first, and then before that we did a couple of pastures that were now shut up for silage. So we'll put the rest of that out soon, I think, when we've got a bit more time. We're going in lovely. I just like to blow it in from the side, because you're blowing it onto the crust, if that makes sense. So, the crust there right at the back, well, there's grass growing on it. I say grass, the weed, basically. You blow it onto that. When I put the stir on, drop the stir in, it'll mix it up better than it's sat where I want it to be, if that makes sense. So we've pumped us dirty water. Just need to let the pressure off here. Still a bit of trapped wind in the tank. Right, so as you can see, we've had a change of plan. So I'm not going to roll my grass seeds yet, mainly because I've looked at the weather forecast. It's going to rain tonight, and I thought, hang on, why don't I leave rolling the grass seeds and get on to putting some fertiliser on, because we've got rain tonight, a bit tomorrow, Thursday's wet again, well, showery, and then it's going dry again after that. So why don't I use this opportunity to get as much rain, well, as much fertiliser on as I can before the rain, and make the most of the rain that we're going to get, because grass is growing, and you'll see when we get to the field we're in. But we're on our 390, so I've stolen this off my dad, who was stacking bales with it, taken the bale squeezer off and the weight block off the back, I've got the fertiliser spreader on, just because I didn't fancy driving slow to all the ground with 390T, and taking baler off was quite a big job. But anyway, I'll show you when we get there. Spreading. We are, well, we're not having a great time of it right now. So, the GPS system on the bonnet there has gone on. I don't know why, it keeps switching itself off. But, before it went off, I managed to get the speed right. So because I'm in a different tractor, I need to make sure that I'm travelling at the same speed as I do in a 390T. Now, this tractor's only got a 30k gearbox in it, but it's got a gearbox so it can get into high ranges, so I'm not too bothered about that. So I managed to get my forward speed right, which is a gear higher than the 390T. So I've got that right. Fertiliser set up, it's calibrated right. It's on the right setting, on its adjuster. So got all that right. The only problem I've got now is I've not got my light bar painting a picture on my phone on what out the field and what have you. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt, because that basically was to basically my eyes to make sure that I didn't miss anything. But it's a big but. There's a bit of grass growth out here and I can see my wheel markings. So the plan is, when I go back to fill the spreader up again, I'll put that GPS light bar on charge and I'll come back, do another load of bags, and as soon as I get in a field where I can't see the wheel markings, I'll pick that up and I should be alright. It might have been charging it, but it says on it it's on 25% charge, which, okay, it's not full, but you wouldn't keep dying on me if it were like. My guess is it's just because it's been sat in the shed for a while and not been used, it's just run out of charge. So anyway, I need to really concentrate now on my spreading, because I don't want to miss any bits, so I need to keep an eye on the wheel markings. Back to the old fashioned way of spreading. Right, so we've done one field. Just thought we'll get out and have a quick look in the spreader, see how full it is. So if you can see that, it's still got quite a bit in, which is good. We need more to do this field. This field's a bit bigger. You can tell it's greening up a bit. My hair's all, but you can still see bits of slurry on the floor. This only had 2,000 gallons of slurry to the acre, but still it's not gone in. I don't know where my heifer's on. It must be all in the bin. I haven't supposed to be in that field. We've got these two, then there's three up that side we're going to do. Then there's the ground that we've just reseeded to go and do. Well, that we've drilled. So it is really windy, and that is a little bit concerning, because I don't think it's thrown it right to the wall side like it should have done in the first field. So if I have a bit left, I'll go and do the wall side, go around the wall side again in that field. Because I'm a bit concerned it's left a big margin, which I don't want it to. But anyway, let's crack on. Right, so the fertiliser spread is now empty. We've not quite finished the second field, but I'm going to go back now, refill, and put my GPS light bar on charge, and I'll pick my drone up as well so we can video as fertiliser spreading. Although it is quite windy, so, which is probably one of the reasons I think it's messing my spread pattern up. So if it's too windy, I might not fly the drone, but I'm being hopeful, fingers crossed, that we'll be able to fly the drone against the drone.
Jack it up.
load of fertiliser so far. So this ground is the ground we rent. Normally it takes 5 loads, so this is my 3rd, so I'll need 2 more after this. But I've still not picked up my light bar. It's at home on charge, purely because I think I can do this field without it. We'll just have a look now at the grass growth. So before I get out and look at the grass growth, you just make out a very faint line there. They're my wheel markings where I ran out of fertiliser. So I'm in the right spot. So we're doing it the old-fashioned way with the wheel markings, but we'll just get out now and have a look at the grass growth. So there is a bit of slurry on the ground in this field, which is strange because it hasn't had any slurry since the beginning of March. So this is the only field here that hasn't had any slurry. Just purely because I didn't get around to it. 319, all its glory. Wow. Thumbnail pick. Well, we've got it. There's good grass. The grass is growing in here. It's not having a knock-on effect. Not getting any slurry. But what I'm going to do now is, well, I'll have to really concentrate because of the fact that I'm following the wheel markings, but I am going to put my drone up. So you'll get a bit of drone footage of the beast, the 390 loader, spreading fertiliser, because it's not very often this actually spreads fertiliser. It's been on the fertiliser spreader once before, in the time that we've ever spread fertiliser. But because the 390T is perfect for fertiliser spreading, but obviously a gearbox issue means it would struggle a little bit, because obviously running backwards and forwards on a main road is not, you know, it wouldn't get into top gear, and we'd have problems. It'd take me twice as long to spread fertiliser. So it was either this tractor or the 399 that's on the baler, and this was just easier to steal, use, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to shoot my drone up and you will be able to get a bit of drone footage. It is a bit windy though, so I'm not sure how well we're going to be able to fly it. Well, I don't want to crash it, but anyway, we'll have a go. We'll see what happens. Right, so good news. I've got my light bar back. It's all set up on my phone. The main reason I've took it off charge, it's only on 60%, is because the 2 other fields I'm going to go into are I haven't got probably as much growth on as this field, and I'm going to really struggle to see my wheel markings. So I really don't want to miss any bits, so I've got it because I just need it now. And I'll put it back on charge tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be doing that ground that we put the new seeds in, so we'll do that tomorrow. That hasn't got enough growth in, obviously, to see my wheel markings, so I'll need the light bar back for that. But it's really good. It's just the fact that I was silly enough not to charge it before I wanted to use it. Although it did say it was on 25%, which it should have been alright to work on, but obviously it wasn't enough. But hey ho, one of them. Alright, so that's another field complete. Still got a full spreader, or nearly full. We'll just go down to this gate now and do these 2 fields here. Well, I say do these 2, I've only got enough fertiliser and a spreader to do 1. We'll get one of them done and then we'll go back, fill up, and then come back, well, tonight I think. After I've had my tea and do the other field, I think. Hopefully. It's going to rain tonight, so I'd like to really get it done if I can. Just because, you know, it's all done then, this block. Then I think it's going to rain again tomorrow. Hang on. I'll put you down a minute. It's going to rain again tomorrow night, I think. Or showery in the day. It's not. I don't think it's given that bad a day, to be honest. But then it's given quite a bit of rain for Thursday. So we want to get it all done by Thursday, really. There's a 3.9. Looking But some eagle line noticed that in this field I was going round and round it all the time rather than going up and down. That was because I hadn't got me light bar, me GPS light bar, on track, as it's called. Because I can't see my wheel markings when they're going in the opposite direction. So that's the reason why we just went round and round that field. But now we've got it working, I can now go up and down a field because I know exactly where I'm up to. But yeah, let's crack on. Right, so we've just come back now. It's actually about 8 o'clock in the evening now. So we've just finished that field off there. And then we're in this last field here now. So these two fields are exactly the same size. They're 10 point something acres. So I'm just going to put fertiliser on this. Hopefully that'll do it. But I just thought I'll just check the heifers while we're here, because they're just here. I think they're all alright. I walked around them yesterday, so there's no need to. For now, look at this field. This was the last one that had slurry. We've not put any slurry out since. And you can see the muck down here. It's still here. It's not really gone anywhere. And I didn't put it on very thick at all. I only put it on very thin. Well, it's just the way I haven't had much rain. But it's had a lot of thick. The muck went thick when we put it on there. The slurry had gone thicker. So I've just turned the fertiliser spreader down just enough. Just put a little bit less on this field, because it's had probably better muck than what that field's had, because it's thicker stuff. But whether or not I'm doing right or wrong, it probably won't make much of a difference really. I've only turned it the littlest bit on the adjuster, but thought we'll crack on now anyway. See if we can just get this fertiliser spread, because it says it's going to rain tonight. So if we can get this done tonight, and then can do some of our own ground tomorrow before the rain on Thursday, hopefully. Right, so we've done fertiliser spreading this ground now. So I've done that field now, so I'm just going to shut the gate. But just looking down here on the floor, you can see all the bits of fertiliser. So as soon as it rains, they'll dissolve and go into the soil. Make the grass grow, hopefully. There's another patch here, a cow patch. There we go. So welcome back. So we're on the following day. This is the ground at home now. So I'm just checking. Yeah, it's all in there. Just checking that this is set right. Yeah, this is all set right. So that's the adjuster down there. That's how you adjust calibrate the flow of fertiliser running through it. So that's all set right. These are the fields that we've put new seeds in. So still need to come and roll this. Hopefully later today. You can see all these drill lines still there, still here. Just wants rolling now. But if we get the fertiliser on, that'll help get it going. So, I mean, that shouldn't be there. That's a weed. We sprayed it. We had these fields sprayed this spring. Same there, dandelion there. Oh well. Hopefully, all these bare patches of soil will hopefully fill in them new seeds. So hopefully you've seen that video of when we reseeded this. Well, I say reseeded, overseeding it. So we sort of mixed it up a little bit with the seed. So this field and the field there had predominantly Italian ryegrass and a Westerwald mix. So people might be saying, well, why don't you put herbal ley and stuff like that? We've fed herbal ley bales before, and we've bought some bales that were herbal leys before, and they didn't turn out very good. The cows wouldn't eat it. So Italian ryegrass and Westerwald's are like one of the fastest growing ryegrasses out there. They're only very short lived. So in a couple of years' time, this might want doing again, overseeding. But never overseeded before, ever. All I know is that you just got to compete with competition, so we've got to get rid of the weeds, which we did do. Make sure the soil's right, so we found out it was a bit acidy. We had the lime put on, we've put the seed in now. Hopefully this fertiliser will give it a kick and get it going. I was told not to put any slurry on because it might drown the seed. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I'm not going to risk it. I want to give it the best shot it's got. We've never done overseeding before, like I say, but hopefully this fertiliser will give it a kick. So I'm going to crack on and get this fertiliser on, because it's going to rain later today. So, well, it's been raining already this morning, but you know, it'll wash it in and get it going, really. So this is the fertiliser we're spreading. It's 27 nitrogen and I think it's 10 sulphur. So I think them red bits must be sulphur. Them red bits there. I presume that's what they are. The white stuff's obviously nitrogen, there's more of that, but yep, that's the stuff we're using. So we're in this last field to put fertiliser on now. So there's obviously the rest of the farm needs doing, but we're not just doing that just yet. We're only doing these 3 here and then 5 that we rent. Simple reason is these will mow first for second cut. So we mowed these first for first cut. So we'll mow first for second cut, just because we can shut the cows off them easier. But anyway, this field here, we've also drilled seeds into this one, but this one had different seeds to what the other two had. So the other two had Westerwolds and Italian rye. This one had hybrid rye. No real reason for that. In my own choice. I've not had any agronomist or anything like that advise me or paid some to advise me on what to do. It was just me thinking, we'll just do a field slightly differently. The hybrid rye was a proper specified overseeding mix, whereas the other was just straight Italian and Westerwald ryegrass. So this one, it'd be interesting to see, a bit of an experiment, see which fields do better, if at all different. See if there's a difference or not. But anyway, we'll get this fertiliser on it, and yeah, we'll see how we go on. Now my biggest concern is, this tractor having a loader on, how's it going to go on going on them banks? Going across the banks with a loader. I might have to drop the loader, just so I don't topple over. We don't want that. always got to be on the ball with fertiliser spreading so it works out just right. Well, there's no worse than having a field you put fertiliser on and then, you know, you've either run out of fertiliser in a bad place or you've left of it and you've not noticed, and then you can see it off the road because there's no worse than that. I've done that before. It's one of the reasons I got this GPS light bar of accurate precision on track. You know, anyone out there, I have said this before, anyone out there that's got a very simple fertiliser spreader like mine that wants something very simple, get yourself on the lab. But there it is. Not gonna lie, if I run out of fertiliser right now, I'm gonna be really annoyed because there's literally one strip left on the field. That's one run on the field, so all I've got to do is turn around at the end, go back up, get to the top, and then I'm done. So I'll be very annoyed if I run out now. So here we are, we're on my last run, you can tell. So anyone that doesn't know, I do overlap it with 50%. So the outer run up against the wall side won't have that much, it's only got half as much fertiliser on it. I know I'm probably doing wrong by doing that, but it's the way I was taught to fertiliser spread, it's the way I've always done it. But also, you can't even see in this fertiliser spreader. Can't even see in it with the tractor. So I don't know how much fertiliser is left in there. Unless I get out, well, stop of course, pull up, stop, get off, just climb on the side of the link bar of the tractor and walk in it. Because I don't know otherwise. But we're nearly there now, so let's not run out now. We'll be even more annoying. And here we are. We've just got to the end of the field. Right, so we've made it. We've done the whole field. Let's just get off and have a look how much fertiliser is left in the spreader. Right, so that's how much is left, which is near enough bugger all. So I have there's probably enough to do one more run down the field, maybe a run and a half. So what I'll just do is, I'll literally go down the field, I think near where I started fertiliser spread, because I don't think it was coming out just right there. It's always a bit poorer part of the field where I started, which is at the bottom. Oh, actually, there's a bit on that bank over there. Open the door, you'll see. On that bank there, I've got another run across that bank actually, where I can put that, because I ran out of fertiliser spreader on that bank on the last load, and because the fertiliser spreader was full, I didn't want to go across the bank when the spreader was full, because it's bad enough that this tractor's got a loader on it and I'm having to lift the loader up to see where I'm going. I didn't want all the weight I didn't want the machine to be top heavy and topple over. Probably want to topple over, but you know what I mean. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I've just remembered now, actually thinking about it, that I do need to go across that bank one more run. So that's where I'll put that, and then we'll be done. So if anyone doesn't already know this, well, I'll say anyone that already know this, anyone that hasn't watched one of my videos of fertiliser spreading before, this is a Vicon 1654 fertiliser spreader. It'll hold 2 600 kilo bags or 3 500 kilo bags. Now, off label, this will hold actually 3 600 kilo bags. I've had 3 in it before. It was a little bit too much for the tractor. Obviously in a field with a bank in it like this, well, it's got 2 banks in it, not ideal for putting 3 bags in it, but it will take 3 bags, you just have to pile it up in the middle. But anyway, let's get this last little bit spread. we are empty. Right, so we're back fertiliser spreading today, as you can see. Spreader is full. Just need to turn on me on track. So I've actually done 2 loads already today, so 4 bags. Where am I going? So I need to look at the on track, light bar, tell me where I ran out. I know along these tyre marks somewhere here. There we go, that's where we've run out. So we're back spreading fertiliser again today. So what did we do? So 2 days ago we did 52 acres away from the farm that we rent away from the farm, and then yesterday we did 40 whatever acres it is across the road from the farm that we don't graze, but we just silage, and then today we're in our 30 acre field, which hopefully you saw that I made a video on mowing and baling it. It's the biggest field on the farm. So the milk cows have been in here, and we weren't initially going to do this just yet, put fertiliser on it. We thought while the fertiliser spreader is on the tractor, we'll do this field, because the milk cows have actually been in here and they've made a bit of a mess. So instead of eating the nice young green grass that's growing in the middle of the field, which is where we've cut the grass and taken it away, so it's actually been about 10 days I think since we cut this, since we mowed this for silage. I'll get off and have a look, but it's really windy, so you probably hear me better setting the tractor. But instead of eating that grass, what they've decided to do is, up the roadside, you can see the cars there running across the road, they've decided that they'd rather eat the long old dead grass on the other side of the wall on the grass verge and push the wall into the grass verge. So they made a bit of a mess, and my dad's been over here a couple of days ago while I was actually spreading fertiliser, doing them gaps up, or doing them walls up. So we decided to shut them out of this field and put fertiliser on it for a second cut now. Which is alright for me, because we do need some more silage, and if the milk cows are just going to vandalise this field, so be it. But they did manage to graze the triple SI bit on the far side. They've grazed that down a bit, but not really enough. I thought they might have grazed it a bit more than that, but instead they thought it was a good thing to destroy the wall to the road. So, but anyway, we'll crack on and get this fertiliser spread. This is my last run on this field. So this field's I'll add 6 bags when I've spread this, and then I'll spread half of the fertiliser I got by then. And what will I have done? I'll have done 100 acres, nearly 130 acres I'll have done, with half an Arctic load of fertiliser. So yeah, let's crack on. So when you're in a field like this, that's when your acquisition contract light bar really comes into its own. Because I can't not see the wheel markers, not very well at all. Well, maybe just about, but that's pinpointing and telling me everything I need to know. Like, switch it off then. That's telling me exactly where I am in the field, so that I don't miss anything. So working a treat, that's the main reason I got this, because In the spring when you're putting fertiliser on, there's more grass on the ground now. And you can actually see your wheel markings better than I can now. So this time of year is when that really comes into its own. One bad thing about this tractor though for fertiliser spreading, I've got no radio. So that is because this tractor did used to have a radio in it until not very long ago, and it stopped working. So I took it out, but it turns out to be more of an electrical issue with the relay board for the electrics up in the roof of the cab. So although the radio was about buggered, it had been in there about 5 years, and it was a very cheap radio, and it sort of would be, it were getting towards buggered anyway, so me taking it out, it's not really done any harm. We just could do with getting the electric sorted up in the roof. None of these work. The lights, the roof cab lights don't work, the fan doesn't work, which is a bugger when it's been really hot like it was last week. But yeah, it's only a downfall. It's only having enough comforts in here. Right, so I've finished the field now. So we'll just get out like we did yesterday. Just have a look how much fertiliser is left in the spreader. I'll flip the camera around so you can have a look. There we go, the fertiliser spreader is empty. So that is me done. We have finished fertiliser spreading, so we've done, what did I say, about nearly 130 acres. Switch that off now. We've got some more silaging to do. Hopefully we're doing that tomorrow. Hopefully. It's going to rain a bit more today, I think, which is one of the reasons why we've got this fertiliser on. We've got 5 fields left to cut, so hopefully we'll get that done. But hopefully we got a bit more rain today, and hopefully it'll wash in. So I was going to end the video yesterday, but I thought we ended up having to do this field because a bit unexpectedly, but just because the milk cow's been naughty. But hope you've enjoyed the video. Haven't had the drone up today just because it's so windy. Awful. But anyway, enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have done, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. And I'll see you all in my next one. I'll see you. Bye.